Welcome to 5:15 Monday class, yoga class. If you feel you need a block, make sure you have your block handy. And this is a level 1 and a level 2 class, so if you're taking this class for the very first time, just be mindful that we might be flowing through some poses, maybe going a little quickly through some of those poses. So your option is always to just take it easy, maybe just stay in child's pose if you need to, so that you don't have to continue to follow with me if you're really unfamiliar with the practice. But just do the best that you can. And remember, you're only here to just experience your own journey. Everyone is on their own unique journey, their own path, and just their path of self-discovery. So just discovering what feels good when you're moving through your practice. Anytime you are feeling any pain, you want to make sure that you come out of your pose and not have to keep up with what you expect yourself to be keeping up with. So really listen and really fine-tune your awareness. Really listen to your body. If it doesn't feel good, come out and take a rest in child's pose. So just another moment or so, we'll begin. Again, making sure that you have any of the props that you feel that you might need. Sometimes when using props is good. It gives us a little bit more range of motion so that we can actually feel a deeper sense of moving deeper into the pose. So like rotations can actually give you, lifting up can give you more of a deeper rotation as opposed to having your hand on the floor. And so props are always good. So we're going to begin standing in mountain pose. We're going to come to the very top of your mat. So when you come to the top of the mat, you want to bring your big toes together. So allow the big toes to touch. Draw your navel into the back of the spine and press your tailbone down towards the floor. And let's just raise the shoulders up to the ears, lifting them up. Feel the shrug coming into the shoulders. Then roll them back and down as you draw your navel into the spine. Extend the fingers towards the earth. And then just gently turn the palms slightly out. Make sure that your arms open a little bit wider away from your body. And let the shoulders pull down away from your ears. Gaze is facing somewhere on the wall that's in front of you. And from here, just take a moment to feel that your four corners of your feet are really connecting. Maybe just kind of shift your weight side to side or rock onto the toes and then onto the heels, just to establish a sense of feeling grounded as you come into your pose. And then let yourself just settle in. Close your eyes. And throughout our practice, we want to use what's called our Ujjayi breath. So if you're familiar with that, you'll be comfortable using that. If it's very challenging for you, remember it will take time for you to establish that breath. So give yourself time. And if you can't do it right away, no worries. You always have the next time you practice, the next time, and the next time. So with your eyes staying closed, if you feel dizzy keeping the eyes closed, let them stay open. And listen to the way your breath is traveling in and out through the back of your throat using that Ujjayi breath. It should sound like the ocean wave. And just let everything go that you brought with you, maybe any anxiety, anything that may cause you any stress. Just let that go now and just be able to come into the present moment. Each posture, you want to bring your awareness into that moment, not what you've done before and not worrying about what comes next. So allow your eyes to open. And from here, let's just roll the shoulders forward, lift them up to the ears, roll them back and down. So you don't want to rock your body. You just want to roll the shoulders up and bring them down. Keep the belly pulled in. Roll the shoulders up and bring them down. Two more like that. Lift the shoulders up and bring them down. And one more time. Lift up and slowly bring it down. Let's bring both arms out to the side and all the way up towards the ceiling. And making your hands come together, make steeple fingers so the pointer fingers are reaching and stretching up. The navel pulls into the back of the spine, rooting down into all four corners of your feet. Lift up a little higher through the tips of your fingers. Inhale. And on your exhale, take a stretch over to the right side, pushing your left hip out. So opening up the left side of your body, getting a nice stretch, feeling the left hip pressing away from the rib cage. Try to get those arms as nice and straight as you can. Maybe looking to your inner elbow. And come back through center. Inhale, taking it all the way over to the other side as the right hip pushes out. And that right hip moves down away from the rib cage. Stretching both arms nice and straight. Look to the inner elbow on the right side. And stretching. Make sure you're breathing. And come back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. So bend your knees. And then place your hands right onto your shins, straighten your back, lengthen your spine, pull the belly in, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lengthening again, exhale, and fold. I'm going to do that again. Slide up, inhale, and exhale, fold. And lengthen, inhale. And exhale, fold. This time as you come down, bend your knees if you need to and plant both hands to the floor, taking your left leg all the way back for a lunge. You want to push that left heel back, lower the left knee down and flatten the toes on your left foot. Right knee should be directly over your ankle. Sweep both arms forward, lift up. Standing on your left knee, just sink the pelvis down, tuck the tail under, pressing your hips forward. Look up towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. Nice deep breath here. Reaching up a little higher. Inhale. We're going to sweep the arms forward. As you exhale, sweep the arms all the way back, leaning your chest to your thigh. Bring the arms forward alongside your ears. Lift back up. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep the arms back. Arms come alongside your ears and come up. And last time, fold forward. Sweep the arms all the way back. And lift the arms up. Inhale. And then both hands come on either side of your right foot. Curl the back toes and take your left foot forward to meet the right. We're going to switch sides. Right leg is going to go all the way back for a lunge. Making sure your left knee comes right over the ankle. Staying on the ball of your right foot. Wiggle that foot back so that you go into that low lunge. And then place your right knee, down onto the mat with your toes coming flat. And sweep your arms forward. Lift the chest. Inhale. So feel yourself standing on that right knee. Tuck your tail under. Press your hips forward. Your pelvis moves towards that left heel and lifting up. Relax the shoulders. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. And then from here, inhale, lifting up. As you exhale, fold forward, keeping the arms sweeping forward and then reach them back. Inhale, arms come alongside your ears and lift it up. And exhale, come back. So you want to stay in that lunge as you're moving your arms, coming into a crescent pose, so stretching forward. And raising the arms back, forward, coming up, inhale. And exhale, both hands come on either side of your left foot. Curl your right toes, raising the right knee, and the right foot comes to meet the left. Bring both arms out to the side in T, inhale. Come all the way up, look at your hands as they press together. Follow the thumbs down to the center of your heart. Just checking in with your breath. So we're starting to elevate the heart rate a little bit. So you probably are noticing that you feel a little more intense through the heart rate. You can feel your heart beating a little more quickly. And just take a few moments here, remembering that our breath is what's going to sustain us through the rest of the practice. So we're going to open the eyes, lift the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Now as you come forward, bend both legs at the knees. And then we're going to raise the arms all the way up. Inhale for a chair pose. And then as you exhale, stay in your chair and sweep your arms to the right side, sweeping back. And then come forward back to chair. Keep the tailbone down. Exhale, sweep the arms towards the left. And then come forward. Inhale, standing straight up. Exhale, bring the arms down and behind you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift the chest. Fold forward as you exhale all the way down. Back to that chair pose. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, sweep them to the right. And coming forward. Stay down in your chair. Exhale, sweep to the left. Inhale, coming forward. standing straight up. Exhale, bring the arms down behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knee, sweeping back to your chair. And then the arms sweep to the right. Stay with that bent knee, both knees are bent, stretching up, coming back to chair, and then over to the left again. And lift up, stand straight up, inhale, and then exhale, lower the arms all the way down. Bring your hands to prayer. Noticing now, heart rate is starting to continue to stay in that elevated position here. Just maybe notice if it got a little more heightened. And just take a few moments, connect with your breath. And remember, anytime that you need a break, taking child's pose. So now we're going to just take a few sun salutations. So with your shoulders down, belly pulling in, bow your head, chin to chest. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Bring your palms together and look up at your hands. Slight arch back. Exhale, swan dive down. We're going to step the left leg back. The right leg is going to go back to a plank position. Bring your knees to the mat. Hug your elbows in towards the rib cage. Chest and chin come down. Try to keep the hips off the floor. And then slide your chest forward as your belly flattens, toes come flat. And then push up into down dog. Exhale here. Nice deep inhale and exhale. So first down dog, just take a few moments just to feel where you're experiencing the stretch, the space. Drop your head. Maybe just shake your head yes, shake your head no. Nice deep inhale and exhale, pushing through your heels. And look forward. Walk your feet all the way to the very top of your mat. Lengthen on your inhale, fold with your exhale. Take the arms out to the side, lift it up. Bring your palms together, look up, slide, arch back. And bring your hands to prayer. Just hold before we take it again. Just take another moment here. Listen to your breath. Feel yourself present at the top of your mat, present within your body. And just keeping yourself focused on what it is you're doing, where you're going. So be mindful that you don't have to push through it. You just want to allow yourself to flow as best as possible. Open your eyes, bow your head, inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and up, palms together, slide arch back as you look up. Swan dive down, exhale. Inhale, lengthening the right leg is going to go back. Left leg's going back to your plank. Bring your knees down to the mat. Toes stay curled. Tail tilts up, chest down, chin down. Hips and belly are off the floor as you slide forward into your cobra. Toenails come flat. And then exhale it back up into your down dog. Once again, holding here. Maybe feeling a little more space than you did when you were in your first down dog. Deep breath. 2 more here. Deep inhale and exhale. Make sure those hips are lifting up. And then on your next inhale, look forward. Walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Slide your hands up your shins. Lengthen. Inhale, flat back. Hold. Exhale, swan dive. Arms, reverse your swan dive. And come up, palms together. Slide arch back, looking up. Return your hands to the center of your heart and hold here. So we did 2 sun salutations. Your option for this evening will be, if you want to do those sun salutations, I will cue you when you will be doing them. If you need to back off a little bit, you can stay in down dog or you can come into child's pose. So hold here. 2 more breaths. Really feel that your breath is fluid and smooth. Anytime that energy really gets elevated, you want to keep the breath really controlled. Open your eyes and let's take the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, stepping the left leg back. So we're going to take it here back into a high lunge. So press back through your left heel. Make sure your right knee is over the ankle. Sweep your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers and stretch your knuckles away from your buttocks and come to lift. So if you're really taking this practice for the very first time, or if you haven't been practicing very long, you can keep your hands on your hips. But squeeze your inner thighs together, pressing your hips forward, pushing back through that left heel. Stretch the knuckles down and let your chest lift. And then from here, release both arms out to the side, bring them all the way up, and flatten your left foot down so you come right into a warrior two. So your right heel lines up with the instep of your left foot, your pelvis presses down, shoulders down away from the ears. The shoulders should be directly over your hips, and your inner thighs are rotating open. So press your tailbone down. Try not to arch through that lower back. Nice deep inhale and exhale. We're going to continue keeping the energy flowing. So release the left hand down to the left leg and raise your right arm all the way up. Inhale, stretching all the way to the back of your mat. Exhale, sink a little deeper, taking it from here into extended side angle. So you're going to come back to your warrior two, reaching out with the right hand, forearm above the knee. Let the left arm sweep over the left ear. And try not to lean all your weight into your right leg, into your right arm. You want to really feel strong and stable in through the core, so your belly is pulled in. Now we're going to take that into a flow. Come back up, warrior two, reverse your warrior. And back through warrior two, extended side angle. And taking it back and up, reversing the warrior. And extended side angle. Coming it back into your warrior two, reversing the warrior, and bring both hands on either side of your right foot. Roll onto the ball of your left foot. Lift your left leg all the way up and try to straighten your right leg. You can bring the block in front of you, making sure that your right leg stays straight. So you want to take the bend out of the right knee. Your block can aid you into doing that stretch. But if you're able to keep your hands on the mat without bending your leg, you can do that. Lengthen here. Let the toes of your left foot point down towards the mat. And then from here, put a slight bend in your right leg and take the left knee right behind your right knee. As you kind of squeeze into this pose, you want to bring your chest onto your right thigh. Hold here. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Now, if you want to take a deeper challenge, make sure your back is nice and long, your belly is in. Find balance on your right foot and bring your hands right into prayer. We're going to step it back into a lunge. So if you need to lower the hands down, you can do that. If you can take your lunge from here, step your leg back. Come back to your high lunge as your arms lift up. Breathe here. Scissor those inner thighs together. Lifting through your fingers. We're going to bring both hands down on either side of your right foot. The right leg's going to go back to your plank. Taking it down, knees, chest, chin. If you want a little more intensity and you know how to go into chaturanga, go for it. Lift the chest and take it back for down dog. Taking a rest here in down dog, or if you need a deeper rest, lower your knees and just take it to child's pose. So whatever feels comfortable for you. You might really want to rest more deeply. If you're okay in your down dog, stay here. Listen to your breath as it flows in and out through the back of your throat. So you want to hear that breath traveling in. Makes the sound of the ocean wave. And then look forward. Walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine. Inhale and exhale, fold. Take the arms out to the side, lift all the way up, bring your hands together, and slowly return the hands to the center of the heart. Let go of what you've just done. No worries. Just breathe. Close your eyes if you can comfortably. If not, just keep the eyes staying open, gazing forward. So you don't want your eyes darting all around the room. You want to just have the experience of feeling the flow of energy. As intense as it may be, try to stay present with it. And allow your eyes to open. Raise both arms all the way up. Inhale. Swan dive it down. Exhale. Stepping the right leg all the way back for our high lunge. Press back through that right heel. Keep your left knee over the ankle. Option to always take your knee down if you feel that it's a little too intense. So keep pushing back through that right heel and sweep your arms all the way up. Inhale. Keeping them here if you want, or out to the side, or on your hips. But if you can, take them behind you. Stretch your knuckles down towards the mat and then lift away from your butt. Pull your tailbone down to the floor. Tuck your hips, tuck your tailbone under, and then let the hips push forward. Nice deep breath here. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Your left thigh stays parallel to the mat. And then release the arms all the way up, taking it right into our warrior two. So the right foot flattens so that your left heel lines up with the instep of your right foot. Your shoulders are stacked right over your hips. Tailbone is pushing down. Thighs are opening. So really root down into the edge of your right foot, making sure your left knee is pointing right to the front of your mat. Shoulders down, breathe. So we're going to start by taking it down to our reverse warrior. So the right arm comes down, the left palm lifts, turns up, and the left arm lifts. Slide the right hand down as you sink deeper, looking up to your inner elbow. So keep making sure that your left knee is not dropping down towards the big toe side of the foot. You want to pull open. Taking it right back through our warrior two and taking it into our extended side angle, stretching it out. Forearm comes above the knee and right arm goes up and over. And again, you want to make sure that you're not dumping all the weight down into that left leg. You really want to feel that it's your core and the rooting down into the edge of your right foot that's holding you up. So we're taking it into that flow. Come back through your warrior two, reverse the warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Both legs remain exactly where they are. It's only your upper body that's doing the movement, and go as deep as you can into your stretch. Reaching forward with the right arm and come all the way back. Once you're in this reverse warrior, come back through your warrior two and both hands on either side of your left foot. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot. So now both hands are on either side of your left foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together so you're drawing your right hip towards the mat and left knee is over the ankle. Raising the right leg up, and you want to have the toes of your right foot facing the floor. Your left leg goes nice and straight. Use your block if you need to get that leg straight. So if you don't need the block, if your left leg can stay straight, you can take the block away. But for most of us, if we have very tight hamstrings, we want to get that floor to lift up a little more towards us, and just keep directing the right hip down to the right hip towards the mat. And then from here, get nice and long. Inhale. Exhale, bend your left leg. You're going to take your right knee right into that little nook of your left, behind your left knee. And now trying to find balance here. So squeeze your belly into the back of the spine. Nice deep breath. Find your breath. Don't lose the control over your breath. An option to just keep your hands right here if this feels challenging enough. If you want that little bit more intensity, bring the hands in prayer. And hold. So strong abdominals are helping you stay balanced. You can bring the hands down to the floor if you need to for your lunge. So we're going to take the right leg back and come all the way up with your arms lifted. Left thigh parallel to the floor and the left knee stays over the ankle. And then both hands down on either side of your left foot. Take your left leg back to a plank position. Bring the knees down to the mat, chest and chin down, or chaturanga, and lift it up. And exhale it back, down dog. Deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Keep lifting your hips way up. Make sure you're breathing, so you don't want to hold your breath. Option to take child's pose. We're going to hold it here about 5 more breaths. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then if you are in child's pose, return back into your down dog And look forward. Walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, fold with your exhale. Reversing your swan dive as the arms come up. Bring your hands to prayer. Look up and lower the hands to the center of your heart. And take a moment just to let it all go. Let go of that intensity. Let go of the judgment. Let go of any fear. Be present. And just noticing your heart rate. So we're working on creating more energy so the heart rate naturally begins to increase. And when that happens, we get more deeper into our breath. So using that breath as a nice tool. And slowly let your eyes open. Inhale, raise the arms all the way up. We're taking it through a flow again. Exhale, swan dive down. Step both legs back, however you can go. Maybe you want to jump them back. You want to take chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. You want to come down, hover. Lift the chest. Inhale for your up dog or cobra. Exhale, bring it back for your down dog. Deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. And right from here, let's look forward. Take the right leg all the way up to the ceiling. And you're going to take the right foot in between your hands. As that right foot comes in between the hands, you're going to hop the left foot in a little bit so that the heel and the instep are in alignment. The right heel lines up with the instep of your left foot. And straightening your right leg, you want to pull your right hip back. Bring your right hand, slide it up the shin, and open the left chest to the ceiling. Pull your right thigh into your right hip. Elongate through the right side of the rib cage. And then looking up, lift the left arm up. If the arm does not stay stacked over your right shoulder, if the left shoulder is not over the right, just take your hand onto your hip and try to keep rolling back. Squeeze your abdominals in so you're not holding yourself up with your hand. You're using the power in the core. Look up, breathe. And then look down at your right big toe. Come all the way up with your arms out in T position. Bend your right leg at the knee. Rotate into a lunge here. So once again, we're back into a high lunge. We're going to raise the arms all the way up. Stretch through your fingers. Squeeze your inner thigh. Feel that you're balancing on both feet first. We're going to just shift the weight more towards the front leg. And we're going to let that left leg float and lift up into a bent knee position. Stretch, reaching through the fingers. Keep your heel directly underneath your knee. And breathe. Gaze forward. Try to find your balance. If your leg has to come down, that's okay. Bring it down. But then try to get your balance once again. And we're going to take it back to that lunge. So take the leg all the way back. Bend the right leg. And you want to just place the foot down. Then both hands are going to come down on either side of your right foot. Your right leg's going to go back to your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lift the chest. Inhale. And take it back for your down dog. Exhale. Deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. So keep lifting the hips, dropping the head. I'm going to stay here for about another 5 breaths. So if you want to come into child's pose, you can do that for the next couple of breaths. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Listen to the power of the breath moving through the back of your throat. So we have about 2 more breaths. So you're going to come back into your down dog if you were in your child's pose. And look forward. Walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Lengthen, inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. And bring your hands to prayer down to the center of your heart. As you exhale, bring your chin to chest. Just stay present. Close your eyes. So whatever you need to do to stay inward, to keep yourself in the here and now. Let your eyes open. Release the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. So this time the right leg's going to go back. I'm going to press through that right heel. I'm going to flatten that left foot down to the mat. Oh, sorry, we're taking the lunge for lunge first. So sweeping all the way up. Inhale, stretching up, pressing your hips forward, squeezing your inner thighs together. And then both hands are going to come down. You're going to take that right foot down to the floor, straightening your left leg. As you let that left leg go straight, pull that left hip to the back of your mat. Let the left hand slide up the shin. Open up the whole left side of your body. Rotate your right rib cage to the ceiling and bring your right arm up towards the ceiling. The right shoulder should stack over the left. So if you can't get your arm to go extend up, if it's more forward or it's out to the side, take your hand onto your hip and roll the whole right chest up to the ceiling. Breathing here. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Keep holding and engaging that left side, so making sure that you're not grabbing onto your left leg. That left arm should be able to just kind of hang there. Look down at your left big toe, and let's come all the way up with the arms like up in T position. So this is where we took the lunge. Sorry, we're going to take it back into our lunge position, turning forward. So now, keeping your arms up, squeeze your inner thighs together, pressing your hips forward. Let the chest start to lean towards the left leg. So really create that sense of grounding through the left foot. So belly is pulling in, tailbone tucks under. As you straighten the left leg, you want your right leg to come up. The heel comes right under the knee. Lifting up, stretching up, gazing forward. Breathe here. Keep lifting through the fingers. Draw your navel into the back of the spine. Balancing poses can be our most challenging sometimes. And then bring it back into your lunge. Bend the left leg. Place the foot back. Both hands come down. Left leg back, plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale it back, down dog. Nice deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the nose. And we're going to hold it here another 5 breaths. If you need to take child's pose, go ahead, take your child's pose. Hold here. So if you are in child's pose, make your way back into your down dog. And then right from here, bend your knees and place your knees to the mat. And we're all going to end up back in child's pose. Big toes touch. Draw the tailbone down towards the heels. Rest your forehead. Reach the arms forward, spreading your fingers wide. And draw that tailbone down. Get that stretch opening in through the armpits, down through each side of your body, through the hips, through the buttocks to the heels. Make sure that you're staying with your Ujjayi breath. You want to hear it flowing in through the back of your throat. And from here, lift your forehead, come back onto your knees. Bring the knees back under your hips, palms flat, fingers spread wide. Taking a twist, we're going to take thread the needle. So let your toes come flat. Pull your navel into the back of the spine. You don't want your tail to tilt, and you don't want your back to arch. So you want to pull your shoulders back. Taking the right arm, you're going to extend the right arm out to the side as you raise it up to the ceiling. Follow your thumb. Threading the needle, the right hand comes behind the left wrist, and stretch your fingers all the way to the left side of your mat as your right shoulder releases down, the right cheek and ear come to the floor. So if it's a little difficult to do this, maybe you can bring your head onto your block. But eventually, you want your whole ear and temple to come down, so your butt will be up towards the ceiling. And just close your eyes. Keep trying to push your left shoulder over your right. So your left hand just pushes the shoulder back so that you get it over the right shoulder. If it feels too intense, back off. Don't feel that you have to do this if it's not feeling good. And then slowly we're going to take the head up as your right arm goes out to the side and up once again, following the thumb, and bring the palm back down under the shoulder, making sure you're still in your tabletop. Left arm is going to extend out to the side, lift it all the way up, follow the thumb, and slide behind the right wrist. Let that left shoulder come down, left cheek, ear, and temple to the mat or onto your block with your butt up towards the ceiling. And keep trying to pull that right shoulder back more. So you want that right shoulder to really stack over the left. But be mindful to take your twist just to where it feels good. Never want to pinch anything. Never want to force anything. So really take it so that you're feeling that it's graceful, that you're not pushing too hard. Stay with your breath. And then we're going to press into that right hand, raise the side of your head, left arm out to the side, following the thumb up, and bring the hand back down to the mat. So if both hands are still under the shoulders, we're going to take the legs, you want to bring them out to one side, right or left, doesn't matter. You're going to end up on your buttocks. So both legs are going to extend forward. So you want to rock and remove the flesh from your buttocks. So it's important to move that flesh aside so that we can really establish our sitting on the sits bones. Flex your feet, press the backs of your knees to the floor, and make sure your spine is straight. So if it's challenging to sit up straight, whether you're in a straight legged position or even cross-legged, you can sit on your block, and that will help you extend out, and it will help you raise up so that your back can go nice and straight. So you might really notice the difference right away. You'll be able to really lengthen. So if that's comfortable, then stay there on your block. But if you don't need the block, you're just staying grounded through your sits bones, your spine is straight. Flexing the feet, press the backs of the knees into the mat, pressing your heels forward. Raise both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Now as we take our forward fold, you want to feel that you're hinging. It's just a hinging motion. So make sure that when you're coming forward that you don't start to collapse into your chest or hunch the shoulders. So really having that straight spine, hinge from your hips, and just find out how far down you can go without rounding the back. Then just float the arms down, maybe somewhere to your shins. Lift out from your hips. Inhale, pulling your belly into the back of the spine. You want to feel your hips moving back to allow your belly to come towards your side. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together so that keeps the chest open and allows the back to remain long. And just fold to where you can go. Keep feeling the flex in the feet because that will stretch the hamstring. But this is more for a lower back stretch. And once you're down into a position that you can feel the stretch and you can feel comfortable in it, just close your eyes and breathe through the back of your throat. You're breathing in and out through your nose, but you're feeling that breath as it just kind of tickles your throat, a little whisper sound. And just guide your way down. Don't worry about touching your toes, keeping that form as best as you can. And then slowly let your eyes open. Inhale, walk your hands all the way up. And exhale, we're going to scoot the hips to the heels and lower down onto your back. Slide the heels right into your buttocks. Let your feet come flat to the mat. So we're going to lift up into a bridge pose. So if you have the block, I'm just giving yourself a little bit of a change. If you have the block, take the block right in between your thighs and squeeze that block in between your thighs. Now if you don't have the block, just keep your legs about hip distance apart. So whether you're squeezing the block or not, your legs are remaining hip distance apart. But what we're doing by squeezing the block, we're feeling the inner thighs working. If you don't have the block, you don't want to squeeze because then that will bring your legs together. We want them to remain hip distance apart. So from here, pull your navel into the back of the spine, lower that sacrum down to the floor. Feel a pelvic tilt. Let the arms stay down alongside you. And then just pressing into your feet, pull the belly in and start to raise your hips, squeezing that block as you lift up. Now, if you don't have the block, you're keeping your legs hip distance apart. You're not squeezing in. So the legs are going to remain hip distance apart, but we're working the inner thighs with the aid of the block. So this gives you an opportunity to know that you can work with the block to help you. So lift up as high as you can. Go up a little bit higher. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you're not moving your head. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, lower the spine very slowly. Keep squeezing that block. And once your sacrum and tailbone release down, remove the block. And let's take the right leg, extend it all the way up to the ceiling, stretch it up. Bend your right leg at the knee, interlace your fingers around your right shin, and stretch your left leg forward. Take hold of the outside of your right knee with your left hand. Bring your right arm out to the side in T. Inhale, pull your navel into the back of the spine, and take your right leg over to the left side. Make sure your right shoulder stays down. Let that knee just release over. If it's a little too intense, you can bring the block to let the knee rest. Whatever you feel helps. Let that right shoulder stay down. Close your eyes. And breathe into the stretch. So it's important to really hold when we're in these stretches, kind of holding them a little longer, just so that the body really kind of opens up into the stretch so that you can feel there's space there. And bring your head center. Take that right leg and bring it back up. Take that foot to the floor. Send your left leg straight up. And then we're going to take that left foot on top of the right thigh. Let the left knee open out to the side. Bring the left knee into the chest. So I'll send the right leg out. Sorry, doing a different twist. So left thigh into the chest, right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left arm out in T. Keep that right leg extended and soft. Left knee goes over to the right as the shoulder stays down. And you may notice in the twist that you might have more range of motion in one side than the other. And just gaze over the left shoulder, close your eyes, let that knee draw down to the floor. And just open into the twist. Staying here a few breaths. Let go with each exhale. So as we just kind of explore our bodies when we're in a pose, we notice whether we're creating space or we're tightening into the body or opening the body. We have to become familiar with what we're doing. Bring your head back to center and take that left leg up. So with practice, we start to become more in tune with our body. Both knees into your chest. Hug those knees and rock very slowly, side to side. Nice, gentle rocking motion. Place both feet down to the floor. I'm going to take the right leg, lift it up, and allowing that ankle to come right below the left knee onto the left thigh. Taking a hip opener, we're going to stretch the left, press the left thigh into that right ankle, lifting the left knee. You can slide the hands behind the left thigh and pull in. Now, go to where you can manage and just stay there. If you've gone too far, you can back off. Maybe you don't need your hands. Maybe it gives you too much intensity in the hip. But take it to where you can stay for a few breaths and let your eyes close. Just enjoy that stretch. You want to really feel your right hip opening up. And then let that left foot come back down to the mat. Take the right foot off the left thigh and heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat and take your knees all the way over to the right side with your arms in T. And come back up and go over to the left side. And come back up. And this time Bring both feet back to center as the left knee comes above, left ankle above just below your right knee onto your thigh. Bring that right thigh in towards your chest, pushing that thigh into that left ankle to get that stretch. And then you can thread the hands behind the right thigh if you want a little more intensity. Keep pulling in and feel that left hip opening. And then bring that left foot back down to the mat and release the left foot. Heel toe your feet so they're as wide as the width of your mat, keeping the knees over the ankles, arms in T. Let the legs fall gently over to the left side. And bring them up to center and falling gently over to the right side. And return back up to center. Hug both knees into the chest and just rock side to side. You're going to curl across the legs at the ankles. Place your hands right behind your thighs. You're going to rock forward and back. So this takes a little effort. You want to make sure that your abdominals are pulling in, and you're going to get some momentum. So you're going to rock forward and then rock it back. Rocking forward and back. And keep doing that a couple more times, massaging out your spine. And when you come to the very top of your mat, just cross your legs and sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands onto your knees. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Close your eyes. So we're going to take a seated twist, making sure that the body stays long when we go into these twists. So open your eyes, bring both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, turning to the right side as your left hand finds your right knee and the right hand comes right behind your lower back. Open the chest. Turn your head gently. Try not to force your head to turn. Just open, pushing that right chest towards the back of your mat. Both shoulders move down away from your ears. You want to try and maintain that spine straight with the crown of your head in a straight line with your tailbone. So you don't want to be leaning back and just pull in. And then slowly come back to center as both arms lift. Inhale it up. And exhale, taking your twist to the other side. So the right hand finds the left knee and left hand behind. And just take your twist. Lead with the chest. Let the chin just gently move towards the left shoulder without forcing. Both shoulders down. And continue to breathe. Deep inhale and exhale. And then slowly come back to center. And both feet come down onto the floor. We're going to come right into our relaxation now. So feet are flat on your mat. Rolling ourselves down to work the abdominals. Extend your arms forward. Pull your belly in. Tilt your pelvis. Squeeze the abdominal muscles, chin into the chest. You want to allow your back to roll down one vertebra at a time. Keep that squeeze in your belly. So try not to collapse down. Slowly ease your way down until you find the back of your head on the floor. And once you do, bring your arms down. And if you need to, pull the knees in. One more hug, one more rock. And then finding your Shavasana, allowing the legs to extend out. Let the feet flop out to the side. Let your arms come just alongside your body, about 5 or 6 inches away. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as your chest lifts. Let your eyes gently close. And now letting go of your Ujjayi breath. This breath does not help us when we're in our relaxation. It only is useful when we're moving through poses quickly or holding poses for a long period of time. So settle in, really feel your chest opening. Make sure that your chin is not really jutting up towards the ceiling so that your cervical spine and the back of your neck is long. The crown of your head is to the back of your mat. Your eyes are closed. And feel that your breath just flows in and out effortlessly. Just let it flow. Inhale and exhale. Relax you a little bit more deeply. Feel your body becoming lighter and lighter. Every single muscle relaxes, and there's a lightness within your body, an open space. And as you breathe, stay connected to that lightness in your body. Just follow your breath. Let your mind open and become more spacious. Just find that the chattering in your mind just starts to dissipate little by little until maybe after a while there's nothing that's bothering you. There's space in your mind, feeling lighter and lighter within the mind and the body. And perhaps feeling a nice deep connection with the spirit, flowing inward as you relax more deeply. And stay with this space as you continue to connect that inner spirit, the mind and the body light. Relax, relax, relax. And begin now just to slowly come back, no movement, witnessing the space in your body, the lightness you feel in your mind, your body, continuing to connect to that inner spirit. And with that awareness of your connection, just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, not changing anything, but just feeling that movement subtly coming into your body. Start to let your breath deepen. And when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale and stretch your arms all the way over your head, pointing your toes, nice deep stretch. Exhale out any sighs, sounds, or moans. And then just gently hug your knees, pulling them into your chest. And taking a few gentle rocking motions from side to side. Just continue to see if you can keep that light feeling within your body. Roll yourself all the way over onto the right side of your mat and extend your right arm out to your ear, and then let your ear rest on your inner right arm so that you're resting in a fetal position with your left hand in front of your chest on the floor. Be with your stillness. Be with your peace. And take this opportunity to just notice. Maybe you felt it was a little challenging in your practice, especially if you haven't been practicing regularly for a while, or if it's been a while since you've practiced at all and maybe your first time or you're more of a beginner. But just noticing how you feel. Thank yourselves for taking the effort, the time out of your day, out of your evening for your practice. And then just using your left hand, gently press yourself up, nice and slow, maintaining that space that you've worked hard to create. And let your hands come in prayer with your thumbs right into the center of your heart. Keep your back nice and long. Keep your chin level with the floor. Now place your right hand onto your heart and bring your left hand onto your belly. Feel the breath as it moves into the lower belly. Let the breath slowly begin to expand to the bottom of the rib cage until you actually feel your right hand moving with that breath coming in. And then pulling the chest away from the right hand, letting that breath come out from the ribs and then from the belly. So push the belly out, expanding the breath through the rib cage into the diaphragm, the chest up into that palm of the right hand. And make it fluid and smooth. Just don't worry if you're not really getting it. Just stay connected to how the breath is moving into your body. Always remembering that with practice, things start to become easier and easier or more familiar, because we can always get those challenging poses or challenges to allow us to face. And next time that you exhale, bring both hands into prayer position, allowing your thumbs to continue to press into the center of your heart. Let's raise the thumbs right in between the eyebrows as you ask your spirit to allow you to always see the truth. Let your thumbs come to the lips, asking your spirit to allow you to always speak the truth. And let the thumbs come right to the center of your heart, asking your spirit to allow you to always know and to feel the truth. And let us seal in the practice. We'll chant Om one time. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Om. Slowly bow your head, drawing your chin to your chest as you bow to that light and love that shines within you. Know that that light and love shines brightly within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me this evening, and I hope to see you again. Just as a reminder, we do have Wednesday classes at 7, and the beginner classes are at 10 in the morning. So finishing up maybe the rest of April, I'll see you soon. Thanks again.